the heck is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Story Motors podcast. Hello, my name is Robert. That is Mike, and we are dumb. Hi, Mike.
Hi, hi, dumb friend Robert.
Hi, dumb friend Mike. Why are we dumb? Yeah, just cause.
Pick a reason.
Yeah, you'd probably be right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Mike,
Really
how you
no
doing?
wrong choice here.
Yeah, how you doing today, bud?
We're doing pretty good. The week of house sitting for my girlfriend is over, as you can see. So you're not going to see me lounging about on a bed. Unless you really want me to. My bed's right there.
That is too bad.
Make this happen.
Yeah, but there's no dog on it, so it's like, it's just weird.
Yeah, that's true. It just turns into like some weird sexual thing.
Yeah.
More so than usual.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, so week of house sitting done, and you're back home in the lab, right? Am I right? Because that's what all that. It's a bedroom. It's a bedroom.
Yep.
People say like, "Oh, I'm in the lab," and it's like, "Are you, or are you just in a room that maybe doesn't have a bed in it?" You know, like, is this the lab, or is there just a bunch of shit right off camera that you can't see because I just wanted a nice background? You know?
Yeah. No, this is. I am shoved in the corner of my bedroom. See, there's a bed, and that closet is a bar. So
yeah, bar closet is a thing. So
yep, it's pretty brilliant.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Yeah, we're doing good.
Good.
Downloading
Good.
World of Warcraft because Faded Sky Jeff guilted me into it.
He be doing that.
He'd be doing it.
He be doing it. You know, he be doing that. So
it's here. So let's see how that works. Probably not gonna be doing too much with it. You know, but it's here.
Fuck with it a little bit, have a little bit of fun, and then be like, cool, done.
Then get back to playing many versions of Fallout. How you doing, buddy?
Fireworks for Fallout.
I don't have fireworks. I don't have fireworks anymore.
I am. I'm doing well. You know what I mean? Just working. Good. I'm still in between big ass games. So like my gaming nights lately have just been hop into 76, do my dailies and or weeklies, and then just look through Game Pass and PlayStation Plus for hours, and maybe download something, but never play anything.
Yeah, I've been slowly filling up my PS4 with just games that I may or may not get to at some point in time.
Yeah. Actually I say that I actually did play a game to completion this weekend, from beginning to end in one sitting, called Lil Gator Game.
Oh, that sounds incredible.
You're a little gator, and your big sis comes back into town from college, and you want her to play with you, but she's super busy because she's an adult. And the whole game is you trying to set up this giant, game to play on the island with all your friends to get her to be like, oh yeah, let me come play. And it's a fucking little kids game, but it's one of those like kids games where it's super easy, but then there's like kind of odd. Not when I say adult themes, I don't mean adult themes, but like like. It's like you're playing as this kid who just misses his childhood and misses playing games with his big sister, and his big sister is like, I would love to, man, but like I'm really busy and I got to get this done while I'm here on vacation. And then even his friends are like, hey, we'd love to help, but I mean, I'm trying to study to get into this this nice school or whatever. So yeah, I mean, and it's basic kind of running around a world, hitting things. Really no combat whatsoever. The only things that you destroy are cardboard monsters. Because they're literally all around the island. Yeah. But
still adorable though.
Yeah, I had a good time.
That's good.
And then went back. I beat it. Went through it on Sunday and then went back yesterday, and I was like, fuck it, I might as well get all these achievements. So I did.
Nice.
5 of them were talking to the same character over and over again.
Well, that's how it is sometimes.
Yep. And I'm petting Oliver right here off screen. You can't see him, but yeah, it's very warm in this house, and he's not happy.
I know how that goes.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I started playing a bit of Octopath Traveler 2. You played that one a little?
Okay. Played the original Octopath Traveler a little bit. I don't know, kind of tried to make it happen, but bounced off. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
one of those like.
Yeah. I picked one of the stories and I was like, oh, I mean, I like this. Some gameplay things that I'm not a fan of, but I might play it a bit more. But what about the first one that you kind of liked or didn't like?
Um, yeah, like there were a couple stories that I liked, but I don't know. It was just one of those. It's one of those things where it's just like it was good. I'm glad I tried it, but it just wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you try a food, you don't hate it, but you're like, I'm probably never going to order that again.
Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, it was Jesus a while ago when I was listening to a Kotaku podcast and they were talking about it. So that's been a very, very long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like a very long time.
I had downloaded that and another kind of RPG, and just asked in our buddy Verum Dex's Twitch channel. I was like, "Hey, should I play Octopath Traveler 2 or this other game?" And everybody's like, "Do Octopath Traveler 2. It's great." So,
all right.
And then yesterday I downloaded a few other games. I might try some stuff out tonight. But I also have to play a really shitty GameCube game for a different podcast that I'm going to be guesting on this weekend. Oh, no. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. I might stream that on Thursday. When this goes live, I might stream it tonight. Because I got it running on my Steam Deck.
All right.
Yeah. It
Interested
is
to see how that
not
goes.
good. It is called It is called Batman Dark Tomorrow. And Jesus. It is I played it just a little bit, just to make sure that it works and like the controls work and everything. You beat up a couple bad guys and you put them in the bat cuffs, which that's fine. And then you're up on a rooftop and it's like, all right, use your bat thing to swing to the other rooftop. And you press the button to shoot the bat thing up in the air, just in the air. And then Batman just sits there. And you can kind of slowly move.
But then slowly rock back and forth.
I'm like, am I supposed to jump and then try to do that shit again? So I did that, and then I just fall on the ground, and he fucking falls like a dipshit. And then it's like, game over. It's like, why? Just let me press hey, Batman, do the thing. Why do I need to have precision in the first 3 minutes of this video game? But
because Batman's very precise. I don't know. I'm very excited for you to struggle and be angry with this.
Yeah, but I'm gonna play that. And like I said, I'm gonna guest on another podcast this weekend. I'll post about that more, or I'll talk about that more next week after we record it, and I've got a date for when it's gonna go up.
All right.
So,
sounds good.
Yeah, I also I posted it on our Twitter, so the few of you that watch and or listen may have already seen this. I was a guest on the Murders with Mertens podcast, a horror movie podcast with Joe Mertens, a good friend. All about the movie The Final Girls. It's one of my favorite horror movies. We went for about 2 hours talking about a movie that's 90 minutes. So
yeah,
yeah.
Man, that's how a lot of movie podcasts are.
Yeah. It wasn't the plan, but I got really into it because I fucking love this movie, and I was getting way too deep into...
been a lot of 2-part cinephobes, a lot of 4-hour-long podcasts when you put them together. Yeah. About an 87-minute runtime movie.
Let's see here. I'm just gonna put a note here. So yeah, man, you so everything's going good. Everything is going well with you. I'm happy to hear that.
Yep.
And, I'm just taking one note, and then we will get into our topic if you don't mind.
While you're taking that note, I still have that Nuka-Cola victory for you.
Yes, you do. And we will need to see each other soon. So
probably as we record next week.
Yay!
So, yep. But yeah, no, I was getting a Coke out of the fridge, and I just kind of like look in the back on the top shelf. I'm like, oh hey, we got a couple of those. They were 3 for $5.
Yeah, Mike lives in a place where, well, actually, was it at your girlfriend's place? Around there? Okay. Yeah, Mike was able to find the Jones Soda Nuka Victory.
Mm-hmm.
So he got me one. But we just, we live too far away from each other to see each other every weekend. And Mike refuses to come to RSL games. So.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy watching the knife fight that is Copa America and the beautiful ballet that are the Euros. And by God,
Oh, God.
beautiful. I'm not going to go on this tangent, but I
No.
will say, watching Brazil and Costa Rica, beautiful game my ass.
Oh man, yeah. I haven't been able to watch any of the fucking Euros or anything because I mean the Euros are on Fox, and I don't have any of the Fox channels because Fox doesn't like as much as I shit on Peacock for their like Premier League coverage and everything. At least I can go on Peacock and be like, cool. There's most of the fucking Premier League games are on here except for a few of the big ones. You know.
Yeah, like here's enough of what I need.
Yeah,
You know?
I spend $6 a month and I can watch just a shitload of Premier League soccer. Not the worse that Chelsea does, the better, because then the less they're on fucking national TV. But still, as an Everton fan, every single one of your matches is on there.
Hey, because really just trying to push us into the sea.
Yeah,
really just let Liverpool have Liverpool.
Yeah, Fox doesn't have any sort of like fucking. As far as I'm aware, they don't have any sort of what is it, like disconnected streaming service.
Yeah, they used to have something called Fox Sports Go.
Yeah,
but that really wasn't the same thing. Like I'm pretty sure it still required some sort of cable.
Yeah,
but
like most of it, you need a cable login, which I don't have because I don't have fucking cable.
Well, we'll talk about that afterward.
Yeah. But yeah, there actually is one other game that I played for a bit last week for the very first time.
What was that?
And it's going to segue into what we're talking about. It's called Tiny Tina's Wonderlands on PlayStation Plus.
Attaboy.
So I played that for a couple hours there, just kind of set up a character and was just kind of running around the world until I think I pretty much just got to the overworld, and then got into a random battle, which then just brings you into like a little arena to shoot at things. Yeah. Didn't get too far into it, but...
Oh, but that's kind of how these things go.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, that leads into our topic this week. Like I said, that is the first time that I played Wonderlands. I've played maybe in total now with that 2.5 hours, maybe 3.5 hours of the Borderlands series. Mike is a fan of them. So today...
Yes, I am.
Today, Mike is going to teach me about Borderlands, and maybe you, if you haven't known anything about it.
Do my best here.
Yeah, because there is the movie coming out with Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, Jack Black. So,
with like a very star-studded cast,
fucking stacked cast for a Borderlands movie. And also, I feel like this thing is being filmed for 4 years now.
It's been stuck in development hell for a while.
Yeah,
which is why it took so long for anything to like show up. So, good on them for getting it out of development.
Yeah.
That's the biggest hurdle. That's where a lot of these projects that you hear about, like live action Akira remake, that is never going anywhere. Like there are a ton of like live action Gundam movies, all these things, they are stuck in development. And that is where so many great projects just end up dying.
Yeah.
Yep.
But speaking of that trailer, we're on the screen with the two of us in a video there, and you can see my screen there, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I can. Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, and hopefully Lionsgate doesn't like fucking claim this later on, or I mean they can't because we're not making any money on it, so who gives a fuck? Yeah, we are gonna watch the trailer from like about I think 4 months ago, and then there was a newer clip that was put up recently that we'll watch, and then I'm just gonna ask Mike about who all these people are and what they do, and maybe their star signs, and he's gonna tell us about the plot of Borderlands or whatever.
There's stuff going on. We're gonna talk about the game and the lore here, so I figure we'll cover two things.
Perfect. I'm a lore whore, so you know.
All right, let's watch this trailer.
Okay. I fucking hate this.
God, I hate this planet.
Really quick, I don't hate this trailer. I hate the trailer before the trailer that then just shows the same shit from the trailer in the trailer.
It's so frustrating. It's dumb. It's annoying.
It's one of my biggest pet peeves about movies nowadays and trailers. But yeah, sorry.
Would you look at that? A ladder! Unfortunately, my design doesn't facilitate this type of...
Well, destiny awaits.
Legend has it that there's this massive treasure hidden in some secret vault.
Vault? Vault?
And if you go hunting for it, you'd better take any help you can get. Because
So I
it's on the
recognize the dude in
weirdest,
the mask
most
and the robot.
dangerous dumpster fire of a world in the universe.
I don't recognize anybody else besides,
God, I hate this planet.
Kate Blanchett. Kevin Hart. Is Kevin Hart playing Kevin Hart?
Piss wash color.
Ew!
Put the window up.
I don't want to! Roll the window up!
It's Pete. It's Pete. Why do you think it's called piss wash? How did it get the name?
It's in my mouth!
I think that's Tiny Tina. 'Cause she's small.
It is Tiny Tina.
Okay, I got that much.
Yep. So we have
Bobby
You know
Lee.
how many people have died? Looking for this vault?
We have something they don't, baby girl.
Okay.
Claptrap.
Major issues.
Is that the robot?
Yeah, that is the robot. His name is Claptrap.
Time to make it rain with your body parts.
What did I tell you?
Tiny Tina,
No
13-year-old
explosions.
explosives
I said no
expert.
explosions.
Step aside, bitches!
Claptrap is
mine's
the last
bigger.
Claptrap in the universe, by the way.
What are you doing? I needed a gun. So you sport.
Never
Well,
dies.
it's
Isn't he in all the fucking
You're
games?
special.
He's in all the games, and there
Killed
used
them
to
all.
be more Claptrap units. But as one of the DLCs in the first game, there's a robot uprising, and it's all the Claptraps. And so you have to, like, kill them all, except the Claptrap, because he's sorry.
I mean, that just didn't line up there, but it's
Whatever.
What's happening right now?
I'm expelling the excess lead. I can't go if you're looking at me. Ooh, actually, scrap that. I can. I really can. Actually, it's helping.
Are we really waiting for this to finish?
Keep looking at me.
Yeah, man, you need ammo, baby. You gotta wait for that to happen.
that's just gonna get over to the two screens here. Just the two of
Okay.
us while I just look up the clip.
Sure.
So just right off the bat, how faithful does that feel to the games?
So it seems pretty faithful to an extent. Like, they're not trying to shoehorn a new character in there. They're taking some, not really like liberties, because there are. So we have Kate Blanchett playing Lilith, Siren.
The bad,
Being with-
the big bad from
Yeah.
Diablo, yeah.
Exactly. No, there's a handful of sirens in the universe, and they have like crazy like psychokinetic powers. So, like, they can teleport shit with their mind. They can like do all sorts of crazy shit. Kevin Hart is playing Roland, a former Atlas soldier who gets disillusioned with the whole, pillaging planets and subjecting people. So he leaves. Let's see. There's Tiny Tina, which we mentioned. The dude in the mask, that is a psycho. That is probably Krieg. He is a character that they added via DLC for Borderlands 2. So you can play as a giant hulking psycho.
Isn't he on the cover of the first game?
Yeah, so a psycho's on the cover of all of them.
Okay, but they're not the same person.
No, they're not the same. It's kind of like a psycho's a generic. It's like a generic enemy. Like, they run at you and try and slash you with an axe or blow themselves up with a suicide vest. It's fun, so much fun. Or throw Molotov cocktails at you, which is super frustrating because you can be set on fire
Fair.
and burn for a while. Yeah, but I mean, these are all like characters that you encounter, can play as, have big parts in the story.
Mhm.
So yeah, like, I mean, the lore is kind of loose with some of this stuff. So I mean, this very well could be a thing that happens.
Okay.
and they just like it's kind of like Warhammer 40k lore. Everything is canon because
Everything
it's
is
so
canon
big.
because nothing is canon, essentially.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So
Okay.
give me that cat girl legion.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the exclusive look that was posted 2 weeks ago. And apologies. I don't know if it was just like in my OBS. The clip was looking kind of clippy in the recording here. Hopefully it looks fine in the actual when this goes up, but just in OBS it looked a bit clippy, so I do apologize if the quality of the video here is not that great. But yeah, it works for us. Okay, so
What? I'm expelling the excess lead.
Getting lead.
Oh, big bullet, big bullet.
Look at him go.
Oh, there we go.
You do that's enough time.
This has to happen now. Don't judge me.
Keep it down. We don't want to.
Okay, so there's more of the things there.
Oh, yeah, more psychos. That is definitely free.
What are you doing? I needed a gun. So you asked for it, Tannis.
Yeah.
Tannis?
Yes, Tannis. She is a dragon claptrap upstairs.
Tannis is the leader on the res.
Experience it in theaters and IMAX August 9th.
Yep. Tannis is a scientist that Dahl took to Pandora to help them try and find the vault that's there. But when they're just like, well, we can't find it, and they pulled up, they just left her to continue doing her research. And she ends up finding the vault key and knows where the vault is. So, yeah.
Okay. So is she in one of the games?
She is in
all the
of
games, or okay.
Yep. Is Borderlands in the Fallout universe.
Yeah, so this isn't on the podcast. I just Googled is Borderlands in the Fallout universe, and I missed the E at the end of universe. First Reddit thing: Borderlands takes place within the Fallout universe. I'm not gonna read it. I'm just gonna take that as fucking fact. So
as canon. All right.
Boom.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. So. Okay. Really quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Because if we're gonna get into lore, and we're gonna get crazy, I'm gonna need something.
Daddy needs a soda. Alrighty. He's getting himself a soda pop. I'm just here. Fiddling with things. Camera. He's yelling. It's delightful. Well, there is filming. Hell yeah.
Michael, keep the kids entertained.
Ooh, 400. Okay.
Michael, if you can hear me, keep the kids entertained.
I'm trying. I can hear you just like vaguely.
Okay, good.
Now you're back?
Now I'm back. Okay. Daddy's got his lore learning juice here.
Alright.
So, okay. So, walk me through the... Because I remember Borderlands being announced and the original fucking trailer.
Yeah. So...
and clearly the game does not look like that original trailer.
Yeah. No. It kind of grew and evolved. But let's see. Pull up my notes here because I took some notes. So... notes on the page, but whatever. Yeah, so I can see your pretty face. Yeah, so I remember like seeing a Game Informer talking about this new game from Gearbox who I had no concept of. And I'm like, all right, cool. This seems interesting. And then the game came out in 2009. Yeah, that was Borderlands, this cel-shaded first-person action RPG, kind of a proto-looter shooter. Because really, like, there's a story you're going to, like, literally the story is you are a character on the hunt for treasure. Like, that is your character's purpose.
This is a dangerous place.
The trailer.
This is the
The
original
bandits don't get you.
Oh,
The
Borderlands
wildlife will.
trailer.
You won't last long here. Not without help. Not without guns.
so many
Hell of a lot
guns.
of guns. Why have you
Something's
come here?
translated.
You're looking for the vault, aren't you?
Yeah,
You
it.
won't find it. I'll tell you the same thing I told all those who came before you. It doesn't exist.
But it does, though.
So this.
Ooh.
Okay, there's the logo that's on the thing.
Yep.
Borderlands, the game.
Borderlands is pretty neat. It takes place on the planet Pandora.
Okay, well,
And,
we're gonna
we're
we'll mute this and have this kind of playing here while we talk. So, yeah. So I mean, this just looking at this gameplay right here.
Yep. So, I mean,
This looks brown.
yeah. Okay. The game is very brown.
Yeah,
Like
this is the original though. So this is like the. This
Yeah,
is
like, I
gameplay
mean,
from the original beta, or
Yeah.
like when it was first, announced and everything.
yeah.
So
God, that's wild.
yeah, this is definitely not fucking Wonderlands. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
No.
I'll tell you that goddamn much.
It's taking me back.
Honestly, looking at this, I have zero fucking interest in playing this game right now.
Yeah, no, this game looks incredibly generic. Like, this looks like a lot of other things that were coming out at the time.
Yeah.
Which, neat, cool, whatever. I really appreciate that they kind of leaned heavily into, like, the thing that makes Diablo great. It is just a dungeon crawler. You're trying to get more loot. Yes, there is a story that's pretty loose,
Yeah.
but, really the quest is to get better stuff.
So just kind of clipping around this thing, and it is muted, so yeah. It looks like there's just a shitload of guns.
Yep, that's, very true.
Which seems to be, that's another one of the things that I remember when it was like first announced, and when, I think it was more like when it was re-announced, and it was like there's 1.2 billion guns in this game.
Yeah, and with Borderlands 3, that was their big marketing push. So all of the guns, including guns with legs, which is adorable.
So I'm gonna.
It's a thing.
While we're talking, I'm just gonna find some gameplay of Borderlands. While I'm telling you this, tell me what's the story. So you're trying from this trailer to kind of get it. This was original. You're looking for the vaults.
Yes.
Or a vault?
So you are. Yeah. So there are vaults all over the galaxy, but Pandora, it's close. It's reachable. Everybody knows there is a vault there, but two of the mega corporations, Atlas and Dahl, couldn't find it. So they kind of pulled up anchor, left settlements, equipment, pissed off employees, quote unquote prison labor there behind.
Okay.
And so, yeah, you are one of the many people who just shows up to Pandora all of the time looking for fame and fortune and this vault. So you can choose from one of four characters, Lilith and Roland, who we saw in the movie trailer, Siren, former soldier. There is Mordecai, kind of a sniper hunter guy, and his pet bird Bloodwing. And then there is Brick, who is big and beefy.
Okay.
And gets very angry. But yeah, like you go through, like you explore this world. You have to do these fun little missions that really the whole point is to get experience and money. But the end goal is to find the vault. And it goes from I just want to be famous to I have to find this vault before bad guys find it. So
I have to find it before people that I don't like find it.
Exactly. Before somebody who is going to use bad things finds it.
Okay, this is not Borderlands. Loopy long plays? The fuck? What is this shit? Huh?
There it is.
Okay, we're gonna go over here. Yeah, so I mean this is I just wanted to find like gameplay of
this is Borderlands.
The new the I guess not new Borderlands, but
like the Borderlands that actually saw the light of day.
So it's like a 10-hour fucking video, so it's hard to fast forward or anything. So this right here. So is this Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yes, Patricia Tannis is played by Jamie Lee Curtis in the movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, by the way, Loopy Long Plays is the video that we pulled up. I do apologize, Loopy. If I'm just pulling this up because it looked like a great gameplay video. It's a full fucking long play, full game walkthrough, which is what I was looking for. So,
hell yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So this is Borderlands now.
Yep.
So the same characters is it the same characters in every game?
No, actually. So in the first game you had Roland, Lilith, Mordecai, and Brick. In the second game at Borderlands 2, it's the game that released second but is canonically the third game.
Yeah, because there's a pre-sequel thing. So
there's the pre-sequel, but yeah, they are NPCs. Like they're quest givers.
So they're still there.
Yeah, they're still there.
Okay.
Yeah, like you need all of them. Roland and Lilith end up playing pretty huge parts in Borderlands 2.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, the first game is literally just this: you traipsing around a very brown world, doing quests, getting loot, trying to get better loot.
Yeah.
And then it ends with you you finally find the vault. Along with some very bad people, but then the bad people open the vault and realize that inside this thing is not treasure and, technology beyond their wildest dreams. It's a thing called the Destroyer.
Drax?
Yeah.
So I'm feeling like now this is like a multiverse thing. Everything's just coming. You got the Fallout vaults. You got Drax the Destroyer. You got Lilith from Diablo.
I mean, dude, you're nailing the
right.
Nail meat hammer.
Right. You got Roland Emmerich, who did I think the Day After Tomorrow or something. That's completely wrong, but
it's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. God, we're watching Brick just go through and just destroy people with fists. That is
so. Is
that's
this
what
is
Brick
this
does.
Like is this one of those games where you essentially like you pick your character and that's your character for the game?
Yes.
So it's not like I'm not jumping back and forth between people. Like this is boom. Okay.
Yeah. Like you are Lilith, you are Brick, you are Roland, you are Kai. You do have skill trees. Each character has like a unique special thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like Brick he goes into that berserk mode and beats the living shit out of people.
Yeah.
Roland has a deployable like cover and turret thing that actually heals you. Mordecai calls it Bloodwing, and
the fuck is Bloodwing?
Lilith is pet bird.
Fair.
Mordecai's pet bird. It
that makes sense.
Attacks people.
Yeah. Context clues. That's on me.
And then Lilith can, like phase shift and just like send people to the Nether. Pretty awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have like skill trees that you can build out and actually get some pretty unique builds as you go throughout the game. Oh Lord! You don't instantly die. You have a fight for your life thing, so you don't just instantly die. You have a chance if you can kill something.
Mm-hmm.
You can come back. And
yeah, which we just saw Luby doing here.
Yeah, that's a fun gameplay mechanic.
Not bad. Not bad.
You have 4 weapons at a time that you can cycle through. You have a shield. You have grenades that have a bunch of different crazy unique mods. Like they can be rubberized and bounce around. They can be sticky. They can split off into like child grenades when they hit something. They can teleport to wherever it is you're looking, which can be hilarious. They can suck enemies in before exploding. So grenade mods are fun. And then yeah, just all sorts of crazy guns. Just
Okay. All the guns, it looks like.
all of the guns. And yeah, there are some guns that yeah, are actually way more detrimental than they are helpful.
Yeah. So, question about the millions, billions of guns.
Yeah.
Are there millions and billions of guns, or are there like 20 guns that have different stats that can mix and match?
So they're all the guns are procedurally generated.
Okay.
Like from
Look
Borderlands
and
1,
stats, or just
uh like stats, looks, names, like it's
okay.
pretty yeah, like I've been playing for a very long time and the only guns that I've gotten that have the same name are like, the legendary guns or like the very special
Yeah.
like you're
Like
doing
almost
this
like
mission to go
quest item type thing.
exactly,
Okay.
like
Okay.
yeah. So some of
So
those are pretty
because like I'm thinking of just a Fallout, because that's what I've been playing lately. And there's obviously you've got different guns, and there's like the gun types. So I've got the assault rifle, and then now this assault rifle, maybe it's got a different receiver, but it's the same thing. It just shoots a little faster. Or this one is the assault rifle, and now it's got a bayonet on it for some fucking reason, because that's why I want in my automatic gun. But for the most part, you have an assault rifle, it plays like an assault rifle. You have a shotgun, it plays like a shotgun. You have a hammer, it plays like a hammer. Is that like this, or does each gun actually feel like a unique thing?
They all feel pretty unique. In the first one, they were all kind of pretty straightforward. Like a shotgun, always felt like a shotgun. An SMG felt like an SMG.
Yeah.
You could get a pistol that fired just as fast as an SMG, which was fun.
Which it looks like that's what Loopy has here, or is this an SMG?
Yeah, that's a pistol.
Ooh, achievement. Steam achievement.
Yep. Look at them. Yeah, you had pistols, and then you had like revolvers, which were two separate, something that they phased out in later games. But yeah, the first one, like you could have a pistol or you could have a revolver. Like you could
I'm
have
assuming the revolver is just like a fucking super strong shot.
It could be.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those like you tended to trade off damage for lower accuracy and a lower fire rate.
Okay.
So yeah, and like it took its own special ammo, which was annoying. So that's why they kind of phased it out.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, no, they in Borderlands 2 and the pre-sequel and 3, they got real crazy with some of the guns and what they could do with them. Yeah, there are different manufacturers for the guns too. So like a TDR assault rifle is going to be different than a Molly 1 assault rifle is going to be different than like a Jacobs, because they all had their own unique thing. Like all of the Molly 1 weapons have elemental effects like poison damage, fire damage, all that crazy stuff. Jacobs, they just tend to hold a lot more ammo,
So then, is this like a what's the term? Like kind of a min-max situation where you're building up your character around, like the one that holds a lot of ammo or something. So you're building your character build around, okay, I've got this gun that can hold a lot of ammo, or I've got this elemental thing. So are there perks in the tree that give you more elemental shit?
Yeah, there are perks in the tree that definitely will do like things like that, like amplify. They'll do your typical things, like critical hit, increase damage, whatever. But then there are some that are like, oh yeah, like you'll just hold more ammo. So when you stack that on top of something that's already holding a ton of ammo, like, and you go to just like mag dump around a corner, it doesn't matter. You can stay there all day before you have to reload, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, no, like Borderlands is one of those games where it's like classic Diablo and Diablo 2. Like you go there, you can follow the story, it's well put together, but you're just there to like shoot some dudes in the face and get some better stuff for the next like DLC content or whatever it is you're doing.
Because I mean that's kind of that's the vibe that I always got from Borderlands, without really playing it, and I think that might be one of the reasons why I was never really drawn to it, because it did just, for the most part, just seem like, okay, yeah, you're shooting, and like, yeah, the gameplay itself is fun, but there's no point to it,
So,
which is a very very simplified way of saying it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a larger there are larger overarching things. Like, I will say in Borderlands 1, the story's kind of thin.
Okay.
It's there, but it's kind of thin. But there is one through line between Borderlands 1 and 2, and that is when you get off the bus in Firestone, you get hit with this just like image, and it's this woman, and she's talking to you. She's in your head. She calls herself Angel, and she's kind of like the person, the entity that's really steering your story.
Okay.
And you really unravel more about her in Borderlands 2. I think you would definitely like Borderlands 2 the most out of Tales from the Borderlands, because that's really story driven.
Yeah, isn't Tales from the Borderlands, was that a Telltale thing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm pretty sure there was like a new Tales from Borderlands that came out a couple years ago that people hated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one of those. Definitely don't go to that well again. But yeah, I think you would like Borderlands 2 because the story is much more fleshed out. It's much better.
Okay.
Like, there are some twists in there that when I played through the first time just kind of got me. And maybe because I'm an idiot, but they were turns I was not expecting. So yeah.
So this is off screen, by the way, while I'm looking here.
But yeah, no, this kind of kicked off the whole like looter shooter thing,
Yeah.
Which, love it or hate it, like, it is. It definitely defined an era of gaming, for better or for worse.
So now you say I would like 2 more. So what were like the big, as much as you can put it, like what were the biggest differences between 1 and 2, and then because it's 1, 2, pre-sequel, 3. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the order that
there's like Tales, and then there's Wonderlands and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, like, the canon order goes 1, the pre-sequel, 2, Tales from the Borderlands, one of the DLCs for Borderlands 2, 3, new Tales from the Borderlands.
Okay.
But yeah, the big thing was...
And are they all like... Are they all the story?
Yeah, I mean, like, those are all the stories. So, like, Tiny Tina Wonderlands it's kind of a spin-off based on a DLC from Borderlands 2, Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep.
Yeah, because so that's one that and maybe it's just me being a dumbass, and I've got the Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. This looks like just like the intro kind of video in the intro menu from Shirako over here, Shirako. I do apologize if I fucked that up. Yeah, just kind of. So this is what I was playing through the other day, but I remember I thought this was like a sequel to a different game, because was the first one, like you said, the Assault on the Keep, was that its own thing? Because I thought I've seen that by itself.
So it can kind of, like, you take your character and they're like all DLCs, and all of the characters from Borderlands 2 are in there. Okay. But you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, but they call it Bunkers and Badasses.
Yeah.
And Tiny Tina is the DM, and Lilith, Mordecai, and Brick are kind of like the players around the table that you hear talking. Because they do show up.
So those players that I saw, this is actually even fucking further into the game than I got. And this is this is 40 minutes into the video. I also did spend about an hour making my character, as you do.
Which is the most important part of any RPG.
Yeah. So the character Valentine. So is that a Borderlands character or a Wonderlands character?
It's a Wonderlands character.
Okay, because that is also Andy Samberg, which I fucking loved. Because I've been on a massive fucking Lonely Island kick, listening to their podcast every Monday, and just putting the albums on. So when I heard his voice, I was like, did Andy Samberg do a game? He did. So, so in Assault on Dragon's Keep, it's the Borderlands 2 characters. In Wonderlands, are these all just new characters besides Tina?
Yep. Yeah, It's basically they just took the idea of Assault on Dragon's Keep and expanded it into its own standalone game.
Okay.
So, yeah, which is, I mean, all the mechanics are there. Like, it plays like Borderlands does. You know, a lot of the writing, the jokes are there, the mechanics are there. But yeah, it has more of the like fantasy D&D stuff that we got in Assault on Dragon's Keep.
Okay.
Which, yeah, that's one, like, it's a DLC, and I mentioned everybody but Roland, so I'm going to spoil this. So in Borderlands 2, you find out that this mysterious voice, the angel that you've been talking to, is actually like working for Handsome Jack, who ends up running Hyperion, which becomes like the big mega corporation in the game. And it's like total evil scumbag corporation guy.
Yeah.
And what you learn, you're just like, is this an AI? Is that like, am I having a stroke? What's going on? No, it turns out Angel is a siren, and not just a siren, but also Handsome Jack's daughter that he is keeping locked up so he can charge his vault key. So he can open up a vault and not get loot, but unleash this thing called the Warrior and take control of Pandora and any planet he can get this thing to. Like, he is just straight up, like, he is the most evil guy you can.
He sounds like a dickhead.
He is a dickhead.
Okay.
So there is a mission. You go free Angel, but you know she tries to warn you too late. Handsome Jack kills Roland. Like
Kevin Hart?
Roland's. Yep.
What?
Just shoots him in the back.
Oh, The Rock's not gonna like that.
Nope. And then Lilith comes in, very angry, very pissed off. Jack slaps this collar around her, which doesn't let her use her powers, and then escapes. Like, gives you he's like,
and this
I
is
can
Borderlands
walk out of here.
2?
This is Borderlands 2.
Okay.
This is kind of the big turning point in the game. So Roland, you know, The Rock, the leader of, you know, kind of this rebellion on Pandora, is dead. Lilith, second in command, she's been taken. So Jack can continue to use her siren powers to charge up his vault key and get the Warrior. And then you end up having to kind of mercy kill Angel just because she can't survive. So you have to, you know, do her old Yeller style. So in Assault on Dragon's Keep, Tiny Tina will occasionally say, well, where's Roland? Like, we need to get him in the game. You know, when's he coming to play? And at the, like, Roland's an NPC in the game, you know? So Tiny Tina, like, she's making him out to be this, like, huge, amazing hero. But then you get to the end of the DLC, and everybody's just like, Tina, he's not coming back. You have to, like, it hurts because Lilith and Roland were an item. Like, they were dating. So Lilith's like, this hurts me just
Kate Blanchett, Kevin, I could see it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. So, yeah, she's just like, this hurts me just as much as it hurts you, but, like, he's not coming back.
Yeah.
So, like, the last 5 minutes of this, they're just everybody consoling this, like, 13-year-old girl who is having to come to grips with the death of this person she looked up to and kind of idolized.
So okay, so I think like so in I knew the character of Handsome Jack because I know there's like the Handsome Jack collection.
Yes.
So is he in all the games or just?
He is in 2 and the pre-sequel.
Okay. What about 3?
Not in 3 because you end up killing him at the end of 2.
Fair. And then so is 3 just like
3 is
now we're just like a whole new story? Is it, I'm assuming it's still connected, like it's still obviously in the universe, but is it still like, hey, this happens after everything else, and we're gonna talk about it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so what happens is Sanctuary, the city that the Crimson Raiders, the kind of rebellious faction.
I mean, I know Sanctuary. That's where I built my first camp in Fallout 4. After it was where I used to live.
Exactly. Did you put a bed in your old bedroom in the game? Because I did.
I put a bed in the middle of the fucking street and just made people watch me sleep.
I didn't do that. I put a bed and I put a chair for that crazy old woman that you have to give drugs to in my house.
Mama Murphy.
So I'm like, if this is the kind of house, this is the home I want. So, just me, a bed, and a crazy drug-addled woman.
Who has visions that are true. And you're like, fuck, now I gotta keep giving her drugs. God damn it.
I'm just like, see, we're looking at this totally different. You're looking at this as a chore, and I'm just like, hell yeah, Mama Murphy. Breathe deep from the bag of visions as I pour turpentine into a paper sack. Tell me what you see, old woman. So in 3, Sanctuary, this city, which turns out to be actually an old doll mining ship.
Gross.
Like it's a city that was built on the back of this old doll mining ship. It is like everybody just kind of wants to leave Pandora because it's like bad things have happened. Nothing good is going to be happening here. So whatever. That is when you learn of the existence of the Calypso twins, who are the main antagonists in Borderlands 3.
From Twisted Metal, yes. Calypso. Yep, the big bad from Twisted Metal.
Exactly.
Yeah. Multiverse of Madness over here, right?
Right? It's crazy. By the way, the Multiverse of Madness, that poster goes so hard. Have you seen it? Yeah.
The movie has issues, but...
movie has issues, but the poster, fucking 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
No notes. No, so they are 2 twin sirens, kind of, sort of. The female Calypso twin, I forget their names. All I wanted to do was just gun them down so fucking violently. She is a true siren. The other one, the brother, he is like, they kind of forced siren powers into him by just dosing him up with iridium, this element that these ancient aliens just left all over the fucking universe. Because they're the ones who built the vaults, so if you find a planet with iridium, odds are there's a vault there. So
now there's aliens too?
Oh yeah, there's aliens. Yeah.
This is Fallout.
Yeah, man. Wait till I tell you about the Chinese. Yeah. They're not in there.
That'd have been too much. So ancient
Really
aliens. Do you see the aliens in the games?
Yeah, actually you do. So,
okay.
You don't see the aliens. You see, they made these artificial creatures called guardians to defend the vaults. Okay. And, they're weird, spindly looking things. God damn it, they're annoying. Just so annoying. Because in the later games, they, figured out how to make a hitbox kind of the same silhouette of the creature you're trying to murder. So something that's, as wide as a Coke can, really difficult to hit from distance. So just throwing that out there. But so the brother Calypso twin got a fake arm, and he's just been dosed up to the eyeballs with iridium. So he's not really a siren, but he has all the siren powers.
Yeah.
Just because, if I give you enough steroids and lock you in a gym, you're going to get huge. But how much of that is you? How much of that is the fact that I've just been dosing you up to the eyeballs on anabolic steroids?
So I'm just going to bring this up here while we're talking. This is apparently a three player.
Oh yeah, there's 4-person co-op
up
for the Borderlands games, which is awesome. So I have tried so many times to get people to play this with me. So if you're out there and you want to play, just give me a holler. Let me know.
Yeah, this is once again Loopy
It would
Long
be nice
Plays. Just wanted to pull this up here. We can see two of the screens here. So it's because I think this is when I played it for about an hour or so with my buddy. I think it was my buddies David and Brandon. I think it was just the three of us, and I was just fucking running behind them the entire time.
Yeah,
which
kind of what happens sometimes.
I think that's what that may have been one of the things that I was like, I'm not really into this, just kind of just running behind them while they're shooting things. I'm coming in, I'm shooting things, I'm just dying, but they're obviously they've got like better shit, and they're just fucking god tier gamers, those two cunts. But
yeah, no, it's
it just kind of seemed like I was just
you were kind of along for the ride. You weren't really
yeah
doing much anything.
Yeah. Like, would you recommend playing with people or solo?
I mean, I've played mostly solo and I have enjoyed it, but when I've played with friends, it's been also fun, but that's mostly because one time, the most memorable time I've had playing Borderlands was me and my buddies Joey, 0mm in the Discord, and our buddy Dave, who used to come into my Twitch chats and just yell. We were all in my basement. We all had our Xbox 360s on a table. We each had a little TV in front of us. So we had like a little LAN party. Just the three of us in my basement. It was great fun.
Fuck yeah.
And we all started new characters then. So I will say, if you're going to play with people, everybody start a new character. It may be tempting to like drag your friend through and kind of power level them. But it's way more fun to all of you go through and kind of have the same experience. So,
see, and I'm honestly, it's been obviously like this video is 4 years old from Loopy Long Plays, and this is Borderlands 2. So, Borderlands 2. I mean, it's been a few years since we tried playing, and I can't tell you for sure if they had if they already had characters, and then I was just kind of a new one. But yeah, I mean, for me, that was just not that super fun. But I just didn't know if going in solo now, I would be, have a better time because now I'm kind of more in control of the story. If that makes sense.
If you went in solo and started playing like the pre-sequel or Borderlands 2, or even Borderlands 3, because again, it's arguably better story. God, the jokes don't hold up in Borderlands 3 though. Fair
enough.
Yep. But yeah, no, I think since you're in control of the story, since you're driving, I think you would enjoy it more solo. But yeah, I mean, if you were just like, hey, Mike, I would like to play Borderlands with you, I'd be like, cool. We're going to start our own character. Like, we're going to start anew, and we're going to go exploring.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I started that character in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands last week on PlayStation. It's on PlayStation. Actually,
it is.
Is it? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was on the PlayStation Plus thing or if it was one of the games they gave away, so it was in my library. But
no, it's on. Yeah, it's a PlayStation Plus thing because I downloaded it last week. So.
Oh fuck yeah, yeah. So I mean, I went into the overworld, which is as far as I got. So I don't know if it's drop in and out co-op or
it always kind of has been. So I mean,
okay.
Yeah, but like if I were to fire up Borderlands 2 with my like very high level Axton, whose entire build is just blow things up with all of the blow upable things that I can possibly blow things up with. including my machine gun turret, which has a nuclear blast as soon as I deploy it, which is super fun. Um, yeah, if I were to jump in, like if I were to say, "Hey, hop into my game," you could hop into my game, but some of the like story stuff wouldn't work for you. Like it wouldn't count towards your playthrough.
Okay.
So like we couldn't do the end game stuff, and then it'd be like, "Oh, congratulations, Robert, you beat the game." Like as soon as you went back to fire it up, it's just like, "Hey, buddy, welcome back to this ice world. Have fun."
Yeah, welcome back to where you were.
Yeah, welcome back to Claptrap's house. Enjoy it.
So is it like if we, let's say, if we started like Borderlands, let's just say Borderlands 3, okay?
Yeah.
We both go in there, we start a new co-op game, we make new characters and everything. Start the game together. If I then wanted to play solo, would I have to start the story over again? Or like, would I have to make a separate character for solo play and then co-op?
Nope. You can take your co-op character and like play solo with him. So if the next time we were to play, I came back and I played maybe like an hour with my guy, and you're just like, tight. I put 200 hours into this thing. I hit the level cap.
Yeah.
Prepare to meet Jesus. Yeah, like that's totally a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and if we both started new characters, like the story would, pretty sure the story carries on, like as long as you're kind of both at the same place.
Kind of roughly the same area thing.
Yeah, but like I said, like if I hopped into your game and you're at like the end game, it's not gonna be like, congratulations, you did everything between, the third mission and
now.
Yeah.
So like, would it be if I joined your world, you're in the end game, and I've done 2 missions? Am I still seeing end game content?
Yeah.
And like fighting those things, but then when I go back to my world, then it's like, cool, you did that stuff, and you have the spoils there, but
yeah, like you got a bunch of weird like low level legendary shit.
Yeah.
That you're going to immediately replace because legendary stuff. Yeah. Like that's the other thing. Like weapons, the loot in Borderlands 2 and 3 in the pre-sequel. So like if we're playing I'm super high level, you're low level, the loot will scale. So like if you pick up something, if there's a legendary thing, you pick it up, it's going to be appropriate for your level. If I pick it up, it's going to be appropriate for my level. It's not.
What about enemies? Do enemies scale to the person?
Yeah, kind of. Like it. Yeah. So I mean, some of the enemies are just really spongy, just because.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why bother trying to create difficulty when you make them super hard to kill?
Yeah.
Yep.
Once again, Fallout 76, it's the same exact thing. There's
they
just added a new like world boss event that you can do.
Yeah.
That is you unlock 3 giant robots, and then when you kill one, the other 2 get stronger. And really all that means is that you kill one, and I'm doing 100 damage per bullet, killing this one. Kill that one, that one's dead. The next one I'm doing 75. Kill that one, the last one I'm doing 50 damage. So it's just like, they're stronger, but you just do less damage.
Yeah, which is it's a thing a lot of games do.
Yeah, and I think it's a hard thing to kind of get around if you're trying to scale like that. Like,
yeah, it's one of those things I understand because like I can make it more difficult in one like what is difficult. Like you might find a certain mechanic difficult to wrap your head around, but for me it's just like, this is Baby Town Frolic, and vice versa. But if you just make it so I have to just mag dump after mag dump into something, we're all kind of on the same page there.
I think, unrelated, I'm just trying to think of like a boss battle that I think a boss battle feels best if it maybe takes a while. It's definitely more than a different fight. The DLC for Horizon Forbidden West, there's a big boss battle in that one at the end. I'm not going to... We talked about it actually on a previous episode, on our Story Mania episode. That was one of the ones there. But they did something I think really cool where instead of just, attacking the same thing over and over again that just happens to have more health, it was like, okay, you have these things, you've got to like go around this thing and you take out certain spots. And that unlocks kind of the next part of the mission or the next part of the fight. Yep. And then you do this and this and this. So, yeah, unrelated to Borderlands, I was just trying to think of like a boss fight that took a while that wasn't just you do more damage to this than you do to other stuff because it's bigger and it's a boss fight, so it has to last longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Mike?
Yes.
I appreciate you teaching me about Borderlands.
Problem.
And now that it's like, I mean, it definitely does. I might try because I think I do have access to all of it, like all of the game. Well, the 1, 2, pre-sequel, and 3, and obviously Wonderlands on PlayStation, which I started playing a bit. Yeah, I got to the overworld. Where it was like the little chibi person running around, and I was like, the fuck is this normal?
Adorable.
Yeah, I mean it was, and then I got attacked. I was confused. I was scared. Nobody was there to save me.
Man, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. That's how like a lot of tabletop games are.
Yeah,
everything's fun. Everything's fine. There's this like story floating around in all different D&D groups. Like parties will find a pet and just keep it alive. So this group found this weird little like slug thing the size of a cat, but it was like it had 1 hit point. And it kept dying because they would bring it into battle with them. So they'd keep reviving it. And finally, like, the DM was just like, this is ridiculous. I hate this. So he had them find a scroll of Speak with Animals, which is a spell. They cast it, and then they talked to their little pet slug. And they learned that, they've been torturing this because the slug actually, he's like, death is meaningless to me. Every time I die, I feel the sweet release. I am brought instantly back to another blatant hellscape. You constantly torture me under the guise of, but he's cute and adorable and we want him to keep living. What is life if there is no end?
Oh my god, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah.
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 So before, as we wrap up here, Borderlands in 1 sentence. Go.
First person Diablo with a ton of guns.
All right.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Share,
I mean that sounds like what I thought it was.
Yeah. Can I share some stuff? Because I did do some research here real quick.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Alrighty. So just about the games. They all released with pretty good like reviews. Like I think the lowest was like a 79 in Metacritic.
Yeah, it's just not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah, which is not bad at all. Yeah, let's see. The first Borderlands, it sold 4.5 million copies by 2011. Made it it was an unexpected hit for Gearbox when they released it. They're just like, all right, whatever. Like I said, it came out. It had 4 DLCs, including Claptrap's New Robot Revolution, where Claptrap accidentally leads a Claptrap robot uprising that you have to put down, which then ends up making him the last Claptrap unit.
Okay.
So, yep. Borderlands 2 came out in 2012. Had 4 Vault Hunters at launch, but they released 2 more via DLC. Sold 8.5 million copies by 2014. Better reviews than the previous game. It was the best, or Wikipedia article might have been wrong, but it says it is the best-selling game in 2K Games history. I think that's probably wrong because they have some other things in there, but
2K is a bit because I think, and I don't know if this is what you're doing. I think a lot of people look at like C2K and they think GTA. GTA's Take-Two.
Yeah, no, I don't. I know there's
okay.
Yeah. Yep. So, anyway, Borderlands a pre-sequel. It was announced in I think February 2014 and came out in September that year.
Oh damn!
It was handled by 2K Australia. So there's actually a lot of Australian voice acting in the game, which is fun and hilarious. It covers Handsome Jack, how he went from just a programmer named Jack to Handsome Jack, the evil corporate dickhead, and how Hyperion became, Hyperion. You're on the moon of Pandora called Elpis. You have to have oxygen tanks, but you can also do like crazy like slam attacks. It's kind of fun. There's also a DLC where you go inside of Claptrap, Fantastic Voyage style. It's called the Claptastic Voyage. And it's fucking hilarious.
That's a phenomenal name.
Yep. And then, Borderlands 3 came out in 2019, which, if you're keeping track, that is 7 years after the game that preceded it numerically. It got pretty good reviews, nothing terrible. It sold more than 5 million copies in the first 5 days of its release, including, me, who got the Steelbook Big Boy Edition.
Yeah.
Because why not? That was my reward for landing a new job. The biggest knock was everybody loved the improvements to gameplay and some of the mechanics and the systems in there, but it's pretty much the same jokes and writing from Borderlands 2. So that did not necessarily grow with the series. And a lot of people, like PC Gamer, gave it a 63 out of 100 because of the writing. They said it is the best and worst of the series.
Yeah, best gameplay, worst script writing and everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
It did have one cool thing. This is the last thing I want to mention. It helped further science. In partnership with McGill University, massively multiplayer online science, and the MicroSETA initiative, Borderlands Science was a tile matching mini game that you would like walk up. It was like a little arcade cabinet in like the hub world. You would go up and play it, and it was like a tile matching game. And these puzzles were formulated from DNA sequences from medical studies of research into the human gut microbiome. So like you were actually like every time you did that, it would send like your results. Like if you got a high enough score, you were basically like helping sequence part of this like genome of the human gut microbiome.
Oh shit.
Yeah. The results of Borderlands Science Initiative from April 2020 to October 2023 were published in April 2024, demonstrating that the crowdsourced approach was able to outperform state-of-the-art computational methods. So
everyone who played that is a scientist now.
Right?
Yep.
And they always have a kind of Halloween-themed event going on. And in Borderlands 3, you got to rescue a velociraptor who then roamed around the spaceship that you were on, and he would give you the Halloween Havoc missions. So there was just a random velociraptor just hanging out on your ship. It was great.
Fair enough.
Yep. So
I love random velociraptors. I think every game should have one, but then I wouldn't be
adorable, right? I mean, he's not like random, but like, and I don't think he's technically a velociraptor either. Like he's something different, but he looks like a velociraptor.
Is he a Utah Raptor?
Like he's like the right size of like for he's like 5.5, 6 feet tall, so roaming around, hunched over, little arms, big claws on his feet,
just looking at windows with his dumb eye,
opening doors, scaring children.
Yep. Those kids shouldn't have been there. All right, let's be honest.
For real,
Their
like
parents
that
didn't
was
sign a waiver.
Oh, Grandpa's running the island. No.
Yeah, Grandpa also walks with a cane, and there's a fucking T-Rex.
Grandpa's an insane billionaire who said, "Please, children, come to my island." If I were a parent, I'd say no. No. You can just go ahead and cut them a check for their birthday.
Look, we have a lot of thoughts on Jurassic Park, but
we really do. God. We have a lot of thoughts on Jurassic Park, and I actually have a shit ton of lore that I looked up, like a timeline.
Oh, God.
That I just never... I had different plans for this episode. I was going to talk about the games, and them coming out, and then we're going to dive into the timeline and the lore. But You know what? I like what we did instead.
Yeah. I actually, he was
better.
planning. We were going to do a Jurassic Park episode today, and I just brought up Borderlands, and Mike just went with it. And he's like, "Fuck it, yep, let's do this."
Yep.
So
Yeah, sure.
it's called
Here we
being
are.
a pro. It's called being a pro.
Mhm.
But Mike, let's get the kids out of here. What are you going to be playing this week? Because I know the streams might still be a bit off, but what are you just playing this week?
Actually, I'm going to go ahead and try a little test stream this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, is it Wednesday or Thursday? Because if it's on Wednesday and you say it now, like it was yesterday and it was great.
Probably Thursday.
Okay.
Because that's like the night this week I'm free. So, as you hear this, last night I will have gone to dinner with my girlfriend, and then tonight I'll be streaming. God only knows what, but I'll figure it out. You know, who knows?
Okay.
We'll see what happens. Hell, I could break out my giant box of dice here. We can just roll dice and just choose a game that way.
Perfect. Actually, I have an idea that we might implement here in a little bit on the podcast that I'll talk to you about off screen.
About to say, does it include me and my 3 pounds of fucking dice?
Possibly. But we'll see.
Paying off, baby.
Yeah.
All right. So that's a definite maybe for tonight as you're listening to this. So, check it out. Twitch.tv/nerding for beginners. We'll see what I decide to play, because that's going to be God only knows.
Maybe just play Borderlands or Wonderlands, since we're talking about it here anyway.
Shit. Well, I mean, I have to. Oh, I've got. Damn it! I'm just realizing. So Borderlands, I have bought. There are 2 game series I have bought multiple times: Diablo and Borderlands.
And Fallout.
Fallout, technically yes.
Yep.
Just because got to pay for the subscription to get those games. So, but I don't know if I can find a cheap and/or free Borderlands. We can get going on that, crank that out some more. Because I'm quickly realizing I'm not sure I hooked up my 360 to my Elgato capture card to the stream PC. So,
I don't know if my dog's panting is coming through the microphone.
It is not.
Okay, good. Just I wanted to make sure.
Oh,
yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah, he's ready for me to head out too. So
okay.
Yeah.
So
Thursday night we will see you. I'm gonna try to stream on Thursday as well. Like I said, I'm doing some Batman Dark tomorrow.
Oh God,
great game. Great game. Actually remember watching Triple Jump play it in, I think, Worst Games Ever. They've got a series called Worst Games Ever, and it was on there. And now that I'm playing it, I'm like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. But yeah, if I stream, that'll be at twitch.tv/Mr_Hawks182. Watch me there, and follow the podcast. Please do the whole podcast thing on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars, recommend it. Do a thumbs up, like it on YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, like it on whatever fucking podcast thing you have, and rate it 5 stars.
Yeah, the big things are interact with the video on YouTube. You don't have to subscribe to us. Just like the video, comment the video, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
Smash
that like button.
And on Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review. Leave us 5-star, rate us 5 stars, leave us a review, and listen to enough episodes on Spotify so you can give us a rating there and write a review. Those are the 3 big places we want you to interact with this. So please.
Yeah, and then share it with anybody that you like who likes video games. We're just two, as we said at the beginning, we're just 2 dumb idiots who talk video games and teach each other about Borderlands. And
dogs.
we talk about my dog and talk about other dogs, and we hope that you guys are having a good time. We're having a good time.
Yeah.
This is by the way, this is episode 20.
Jesus.
We've done 20 of these now.
Damn.
Yeah. Most podcasts don't make it past 2.
Seriously. There's so many that just we're going to be around for the longest time, and then a month later they're done.
Yeah. which, I mean, I think that was our first try doing this, but that was a different reason. But yeah, this is episode 20, and I mean, I don't know about you, Mike. I'm having a fucking blasty.
Me too. I'm enjoying this.
Okay. Love talking about video games with my good friend.
Yes, sir. My favorite, one of the favorite parts of the week.
Yeah, I look forward
hanging out with my buddy. Same here.
All right, brother. Let me hit this outro music. We will say goodbye. And we will go to the outro page. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us again. We will see you next week with another topic. If you have any ideas, post it in the comments on YouTube or on the Twitter at StoryMotorsPod. Thanks, everybody.